To your songwriter in the round. You know, usually I do these things with Nashville songwriters, and they've all written songs I've never heard of, but they all went to #1 somehow. Here's a song I wrote. I don't know. It's called Dangling Participle, and it went to #1 in 13 countries. I'm like, oh, cool. And they get to me, and I'm like, well. You might have heard this next song on Car Talk. Ain't been the best of years so far. I lost my girl, I lost my car. Everything else so in between seems so incomplete. Ain't been the best of times, you see. I've got no phone, no TV. I'm just 3 steps from sleeping in the street, or sleeping in your boat. Still in the driveway? Okay. It's been broken hearts and auto parts and everything between. I was on the loose and in the soup and on the silver screens. Auto parts this year. Ain't been the best of mornings. I spilled coffee on my favorite shirt. I broke my shoelace getting ready for church. God damn it. Been a long, hard year, you know. I just spent 40 years traveling these roads, in them downtown bars, just chasing our dream, hoping they come chasing me. It's been broken hearts and auto parts and everything between. I was on the loose and in the soup and on the silver screen, where I can hide for days, live inside my dreams. It's been broken hearts and auto parts this year. You know, I was dating this girl, and we've been together quite a while. Well, not really. You know, I was 19, so like a week. I was dropping her off after we went to the movies, and she said those words that no boy ever wants to hear, except maybe, you know, I don't know. She said, "We need to talk." And I've never heard a girl say "we need to talk" and has it ever followed with anything good. Wake up tomorrow, look at your husband and go, "We need to talk. I'm taking you to Myrtle Beach." Oh, shit's good. Woo. Well, I knew what was coming, so I got out of there as fast as I could. And while I was backing down the driveway, my car drove over one of her garden gnomes and tore a hole in my oil pan. And my engine seized up about 3 blocks later. I'm like, oh shit. So I had to walk home. And I walked home. Most of this is true. And I walked home about 2 miles. And when I got down to the end of my street, I saw in the backyard, the camper was up. And you know, when the camper's up in the backyard, it means my parents, well, you know, they were fighting again. Because my dad always liked to pretend he was camping when he got into a fight with my mom. He'd go sit out there and have a beer and a whiskey in the pop-up camper. He said, "Hey son, what'd you do?" And I don't hear the car, what happened to it? I said, well, it's a long story, Dad. But yeah, she wanted to talk. He goes, "Oh God, no." He's from Milwaukee. He says, "Oh shucks, oh man, that's not good." And I said, "I know, right?" So I got out of there. And I tore a hole in my oil pan. He goes, "Oh, that's not good. You're gonna have chunks of your piston leads." I know, right? I said, "Yeah." She was gonna break up with me, I think. I don't know. He says, "Well, this is the true story part. My dad, he got me up once at 3 in the morning, you know, and I was a little distraught, and he goes, "What's going on, son?" I said, "Oh, well, Dad, I broke up with my girlfriend." He goes, "Oh, son, yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, plenty of fish in the sea." Okay. I didn't know. Okay. Well. Then to end the whole thing, it'll turn around. You find some spirit, and you find a cause. You just sit right down with your old broken up guitar, and you write yourself a song. It doesn't have to be good. Nobody ever has to hear it. It just feels good to do it. Broken hearts in auto parts. Broken hearts in auto parts this year. Just something in the way she moves me.